Payment of about 210 billion naira fuel subsidy monthly unsustainable, Rufai tells governors to engage 2.4 million smallholder farmers, also 30,000 empowered graduates. Governor Nasser Rufai on Thursday disclosed that the payment of between 70 billion naira and 210 billion naira monthly on fuel subsidy is unsustainable. Governor Rufai made the observation while presenting the report on the appropriate pricing of premium motor spirits (PMS), otherwise called petrol, during the 30th teleconference meeting of the Nigerian Governors Forum (NGF) chaired by Governor Kayode Fayemi. While calling for full deregulation of the downstream of the petroleum industry, Governor Rufai noted that the payment of subsidy ranging from 70 billion naira to 210 billion monthly to keep the PMS price at 162 per litre is completely unsustainable. According to the communique issued at the end of the teleconference meeting, the forum also received presentations from the World Bank led by the country director for Nigeria, Shubham Chowdhury, in the company of Professor Folusho Okumadewa, sector leader of the Human Development Team, and UAMA Lee, tax team leader for the state's fiscal transparency, accountability and sustainability program for results on the Nigerian COVID-19 Action, Recovery and Economic Stimulus Program for Results, Nigeria CARES and SFTAS. The World Bank team commended the commitment and actions of state governors for establishing and resourcing CARES program state coordinator until the units under their Ministry of Planning, and requested for their additional support in areas such as the adoption of a fund release policy for improved predictability of resources flows to CARES delivery, MDAs adoption, and institutionalization of protocols for reporting, management, and investigation of fraud and corruption in the MDAs implementing CARES, and the release of 2021 state budgets to MDAs for the commencement of CARES-related activities. The bank also urged the support of governors to ensure that their ministries of finance and ministries of justice fast-track the execution of subsidiary agreements for the CARES program. In the same vein, the governors received updates on the SFTAS program, which showed that targets for results and disbursements on the 2018 and 2019 annual performance assessment (APA) and new COVID-19 2020 disbursements linked indicators have been exceeded. For the SFTAS 2020 APA and new COVID-19 DLIs, all 36 states are on track to fully meet the eligibility criteria of having national chart of account compliance to 2021 budget published online by 31 January 2021. 33 states have been confirmed as fully compliant, while the remaining 3 states are being reviewed. Under the program for results, 23 states have already passed strong state-level debt legislation, which stipulates responsibility for contracting state debt, responsibilities for reporting state debt, and state fiscal and debt rules limits. To help Nigeria successfully meet the World Bank Sustainable Debt Finance Policy by strengthening debt management, debt transparency, and fiscal responsibility at the state level, a strong collective commitment was made for the remaining 13 states to pass such state-level debt legislation by 31 December 2021. In his remarks, NGF SFTA program led Olanrewaju Ajogbasile provided key lessons that have accounted for the success of performing states in the implementation of the program, including the institutionalization of a steering committee chaired by a very senior government official, high-level monitoring and ownership with regular briefings to the state governor or state executive council, dedicated budget under the Ministry of Finance to support SFTAS operations, and incentivized environment for state government officials working on activities, and the previous of basic ICT infrastructure arrangements for focal MDAs to ensure that they are able to access remote technical assistance and meet reform actions in time. The governors also received a presentation from the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Sabo Nanono, on the second phase of farmer enumeration for the Agric for Food and Jobs Plan, which is a component of the Nigerian Economic Sustainability Plan approved by Mr. President and the Federal Executive Council on June 24, 2020. The program is designed to help mitigate the impact of COVID-19 on smallholder farmers and the entire agricultural value chain. The second phase numeration is an extension of the first phase, targeting the registration of up to 10 million farmers in the AFGP database. 2.4 million smallholder farmers were initially targeted for registration, to be provided with input funding to boost food production, with about 30,000 N-Power and N-Agro graduates engaged and trained to carry out the farmer registration, the communique stated. In spite of the huge investment in the water sector by the government and international organizations, water scarcity has grown to become a perennial nightmare for residents of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Payment of about 210 billion fuel subsidy monthly unsustainable. Payment of about 210 billion fuel subsidy monthly unsustainable payments, and it has been said that subsidy removal will take its effect. Wow, this our government, I don't know how they reason. They said they still want to remove subsidy, or they are still subsidizing for us. I thought they have removed subsidy already, because as at when Goodluck Jonathan was still there, the fuel price was 87 naira. But when Buhari came in, the price rise from 87 to 125, from 125 up to 162 now, and they are still telling us they still want to remove subsidy. That means if they remove subsidy, buying of a per liter of fuel will go to an extended rate. It could go to 210 naira per liter. Now, what is the problem of this administration? The APC administration has collapsed this economy. Well, Nigeria are not against removal of subsidy, but the method. Your method is removal of subsidy by transferring government efficiency to the masses. Strive to develop our capacity to refine products in Nigeria by building new refineries and rehabilitating existing ones. Then the so-called subsidy will naturally disappear. Yes, definitely. If our refineries can really work, if they can rehabilitate it or renovate, then we can refine our fuel ourselves. Then automatically self-subsidy will go, vanish automatically. But since you people decided not to make the refinery work, how does the fuel subsidy, or how does the subsidy removal take effect? Because automatically, indirectly, fuel has been, the subsidy has been removed, so government no longer subsidize the fuel, but we are buying it at a direct, regulated rate. Well, the regulation is good, but we must do it after we have stopped importing or refining petroleum abroad. Otherwise, it may lead to hyperinflation, considering its chain effect on other essential commodity, and ill wind that blows no good to any country. Most of you have arisen above inflation. You don't feel the impact again because you have enough money. When it comes to wages, they pay you and pay you allowances, so you are not concerned. Well, I would like you to react towards this subsidy. Is the fuel subsidy removed, or is it still subsidized by the federal government?